Bom dia, bon tarde, e bon noche. Welcome back to the show, guys. Thanks for being here. I have a very fun episode today. I have not only my first female on the show, don't know why it took me so long, but also have my first Aruban on the show, a very special friend, a very lovely person to have, Nailah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
So, for those who don't know Nailah, I'm sorry, Dr. Nailah, my bad. She's a wonderful soul, one of my favorite people. She's also one of my clients in the gym. I get to coach her. So we know each other pretty well.
Yes.
And I think it's criminal that I haven't had you on the show yet. So
no problem.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
So, Dr. Nailah Sint Jago.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor.
Yes, I'm a doctor. That's true. I'm studying to be an ophthalmologist, aka eye doctor. So I'm really in my studies now. I'm in my fourth year. I'm from Aruba, as you already said, and I came to the Netherlands in 2008.
That's a while ago.
Yes.
So has the whole journey from 2008 till now been to become a doctor? Is that really how long it takes?
Yep, and I'm still not done. So
Damn.
It's a long, long way. A lot of motivation, a lot of persistence, and it's not always been easy, but it's been a hell of a ride and a heck of a ride, and I'm really happy that I get a chance to do it and that it's going really good.
Let's talk about that because I had Lung Young on the podcast before, and I told to him that becoming a doctor always seems like a really big step for a lot of people from the islands. When you say you're going to become a doctor, it's not a goal that everyone can just seemingly achieve. No. When you're a young kid, it always seems like a big thing to hit, right?
Yes.
So, how did you know that was what you wanted to do?
I think it was in high school, maybe when I was around, 13, 14. My mother's a lawyer, and I always thought before, okay, I want to be a lawyer or a judge. So it wasn't from when I was 5 years old that I thought I'm going to be a doctor.
I would hire you if you were a lawyer. You just sweet talked everyone into giving you your way.
Yeah. So that was the first couple of years, and I always knew I want to help people. I've always also in high school I've been in a club, it's a part of the Kiwanis club. It's called Key Club. And
what's that?
It's a community, like a club that we do a lot of community work, social work for and projects, and we try to make money, and everything we make goes back to the community, for people that don't have enough money, or for the children,
that's
we
awesome.
did fun projects with them, and I was also a president for a year. And so I knew I always wanted to help people.
Look at you fixing the world.
Yeah. So then from there on, I knew, okay, I want to be a doctor, and I had to finish my high school, of course, and I did everything, to do that, for me to could be a doctor. I did VWO, and in 2008 I graduated, and I went to Amsterdam. I did medicine in the VU. And in Aruba, I think we don't have it anymore, but I'm not sure. The Ministerplaats, I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
So I had a Ministerplaats.
Explain it to people who don't know what it is.
So the Ministerplaats is for the islands. You had, I think, six positions for all the studies that you had to do a loting. I don't know how you say that in English.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
lotto.
A wild card draw.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of studies that you have to do the drawing. So we, as an island, and normally it's for the Netherlands, that's the whole thing, right? But we had 6 spots only for Aruba. So that was like an extra chance to get in.
It's competitive.
Precise. And in my year, a lot of the kids didn't graduate.
Nice.
So that was funny. So I had it was also luck, I think, and meant to be that I could get it. So I could go to study medicine in Amsterdam. So that was really cool. And so yeah.
So funny that just like your competitors just fucked up.
Yep.
See, kids. Stay in school.
Yeah.
Study. fucking graduate.
Yeah,
Gonna miss your chance on that boat.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, really. Yeah, so that was the perfect year because the year after, there were all the ones that didn't graduate wanted to go, and I have friends that couldn't get in right away, or people I know are really friends, but so it was really the perfect moment. And yes, so 2008, I was here, and medicine, it's 6 year long to do medicine. That's 6 years if you don't, if nothing happens, or if
you don't fuck up.
Yeah, precisely. Or sometimes you have your internships, and sometimes you have to just wait. That's really crazy. It's already such a long study, and if there's not enough spots for an internship, you just have to wait. So you have extra, and then
wait like what? Just go find like a bijbaantje and just
precies,
wait. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now in some cities it's really bad, in some universities.
And what's it based on? Is it based on how prepared you are, or how good you're going to be at the position, and then you're going to not get chosen for someone else?
No, it's just all planned, and there's like 300 students a year, or 350, and there's not enough for when you finish your bachelor. Then there's maybe 100 or 150 spots they need in a lot of hospitals to place the students. And a lot of hospitals work with different universities, like in Amsterdam at the VU, we worked with Zaandam or Haarlem, etc., etc. So you can't go everywhere, and there's a limit on the spots.
Yeah.
So,
well, first come, first serve.
Yep. So
if for you, did you have to wait, or did you get a spot?
I waited like I had to wait like only 3 months.
Okay, not too bad.
No, but it was a crazy thing actually when it was in 2012, I think. And I was waiting I had my vacation, and I was waiting to start like if it was in the summer, maybe in October or something. And in that time, my mother got a stroke in Aruba, so that was really really bad. And but the good thing was that I was done, so I could go right away. But I stayed there like 3 months or longer to take care of her and to fix everything, up, with my brothers and stuff, so that she could, because she had she couldn't live normally in a house anymore, like that had steps and stairs. So we had to make everything accessible for her, etc.
You had to make it ready so you could leave and she'd be okay.
Yeah. So that was the good part, that I was waiting, and but because of that, also I started later. So I started, I think, maybe in November or December. So that's why you also have a little delay in your studies.
But like when it's already such a long study, that just means there's more opportunities for things to happen to delay it even more. Because if you're done in 4 years, like a fuck up, well, you only have so bit left, but 6 years is just a long time. That's only the first 6 years too.
Yeah. So after that, I started back when I was here, and it's ups and downs, and some, when in medicine you do everything. So you do like internal medicine, surgery, geriatrics, everything. And even though you don't like it, maybe you have to do it. So, but it's also something that's important, of course, because it forms you to be a good doctor. You have to know from everything. Anything can happen. If even though I'm an eye doctor, a lot of patients have other diseases that I have to know of, and have to know, okay, what is it? Or it can, a lot of diseases also have a link with the eye, and that's a lot of things that some people don't know. Like if you have a hypertension, you can all see a lot of like bleeding, blood and stuff, things in the eye, and then because the eye is the only part of the how do you say it, the body where we can see vessels and arteries, but there's nowhere else you can really see it.
Good point.
Yeah,
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. That's why when you go to the eye doctor, you get drops in the eye, and then you can look
I remember.
at it.
We'll get to that part.
Yes. So that was because the bachelor is the 3 years and the master is the 3 more years. So I did that, and that went well. When I was back in the Netherlands, and I did everything. And let me see, when in 2000. I think it was also in 2012 or later or maybe earlier that my mother went to the doctor, to an eye doctor, and he just started working in Aruba. And my mother was also saying, my daughter is doing medicine, and he was like, yeah, let her come have a look. So that's the when I really heard of, okay, what does an eye doctor do? And I really was introduced to that, and since then I'm like, okay, maybe that's an option for the future.
Oh wow! So you got like a hands-on approach to really see it.
Yeah.
And were you already decided then?
No.
Did you already have an idea on which direction?
No.
It seems like such a big task to have to study the complete package of medicine and then have to choose a certain direction.
Yes.
So there's so many things you can do. You can be fucking foot doctor, an eye doctor, ear doctor. There's so many options.
A lot of options. So I am blessed that I had that so early on, because there's a lot of people that finish the 6 years and still don't know what they want, and I'm so happy that I knew that. And I also was thinking, do I want to be a general practitioner, dus een huisarts? So I had also a time that I thought I want to be maybe a surgeon. I always wanted to work with my hands, that I knew, so chirurgisch bezig zijn. But I didn't want the life of a surgeon, like working those long hours.
Yeah, is that the picture of a life of a surgeon?
Yeah. And it's also a typical world, like een beetje elleboog op een beetje werk and that kind of thing. So I'm not that type of person, So I was like, I don't know, and I want a life next to my work. So I thought, okay, being an eye doctor, I'm also busy with my hands, but the on calls, it's not that bad, There's not a lot of time that you have to wake up and go in the middle of the night to do something. Of course, as a resident, you do have to do that, but later when I'm an eye doctor, hopefully it's not that bad.
It's so great that you're so aware of the personality match with your career, because like if you can evaluate knowing that certain paths will put you in a certain position, and that you're so aware of what you don't want and the kind of person you are, and still finding something in that field, that's really impressive. It's easy, I can imagine, to get caught in the romance of a certain title or position and then get caught up in it and not be true to yourself, to what you can handle qua like hours at work and that you want a life next to it.
Yeah, but it's still difficult because you never know everything precisely, and you have an idea. If you do the internship, it's like 3 months maybe max, and then you have to decide for the rest of your life. So it's still difficult. Also on like what you also had when you're in high school, where all the way on the island.
It's ridiculous. I have such a problem with that shit. Like you're 16 on the islands, and you're like, so you're gonna move to Holland by yourself.
Precies.
Figure out now exactly what you want for the rest of your life. Good luck.
Yeah. Precies.
That's why most people end up choosing the wrong thing and having to waste a year. I chose 2 wrong things.
Yeah. But it's more than logic or normal that happens, because you're not even at 16 years you have to think for the rest of your life, for your future, and what the students that live here can go to open dagen.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That I wonder if people here still experience it to the same degree. Probably not, but I mean, there's still a lot of uncertainty. Like you're not gonna go to every single hogeschool in the country. You're not gonna evaluate every single thing. And when you go to open dagen, I've been to open dagen with other people who came here, and all the faculties do their best
of course,
to candy coat it. Yeah, exactly. It's sales. So it doesn't give you a clear image.
No, true. It's all,
And it's really hard as an Antillean coming here, having a really clear because if from your young age you want to become a doctor is a little bit more universal. Yeah. You can at least evaluate how doctors work and live on the islands and know that that's something you can have a reference to. But if you go study marketing, international management, economics, you're like, kids always say, I want to become an accountant. Even if any idea what the fuck that means.
True. No, but I was always, what I said, I did, that community work and stuff. I was always thinking ahead, and like when I was living in Aruba, I think in my last year, I just, I don't know if it was like, because of my father that we went, that I could go just to the Horatio Odeberg Hospital in Aruba, and And I went like a couple of weeks and just went to everything. Like I went to work with a radiologist, a pulmonologist, etc. And also a laborant, zeg maar. So, also to start getting an idea of, okay, what do I want? Do I really
That's
want to be a
awesome
doctor?
that you could actually, maybe that's the benefit again of small islands, because if you can get that connection, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the career path looking for you now? What does the future of being an oogarts look for you now?
Now, let me see. I'm in my 4th year now. I just had my last exams, thank God.
Yeah, I remember. You were so relieved.
Yeah. The day after I went training, and I was a zombie, but I survived.
But you were a very special kind of happy.
Yeah.
You were exhausted, but you were just with a subtle smile. You're like, whatever you say, coach.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. And let's do four sets. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really funny, but I'm happy it's gone and it's ready. I'm ready with that. But what's the next? I'm doing now. I'm in my 4th year, and I'm learning now the cataract surgery. So when someone has a lens that is not clear anymore, like predominantly older people, and then we operate them to take out the old blurry lens and put a new lens in it, and that's what I'm learning now to operate on, and that's for a year long in another hospital, like a smaller hospital, and after that I go back to the university hospital, and then I have, I think, a year to go. So like in 2022. Hopefully, I'm an eye doctor. And as an eye doctor here in the Netherlands, it's really good. We have a good position still.
Okay.
So to find a job is not that difficult. There's still too little eye doctors.
So it's not a specialty that people choose very often.
It's getting popular because it's what I said. It's good working, rather good working hours, etc. So it's getting popular. We have a lot of people now. Like when we guess people that solliciteer. Sorry. Apply. Sorry. And a lot of them do.
One second.
Okay. Oh, ik zie het. Het was een beetje blurry, hè? Door het licht. Beweegt het steeds? Ja?
I think we're good.
Yeah. All right. We get a lot of people that apply that do surgery before or anything, or maybe pediatrics, and then you see they've worked 3 years there or more, and then they come to us, to the ophthalmology, and we're like, And what happens a lot, because the other ones are more popular, is they try there, they apply there, but it doesn't work out. Or some specialities have a max times that you may apply. So like in the ophthalmology, we don't have that yet.
Oh, so you can, in the sense of applying and succeeding.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. So like I think pediatrics has like you can apply, or the GP has this for a general practitioner you can apply only 3 times.
So it's like a strike system, like 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah. And not all of them have that, but you know, if it doesn't work out, then okay, what I'm gonna do now? So some people choose the eye ophthalmology also as a second resort.
Plan.
Yeah, a last resort. So that's what we also see. It's getting more popular now. So that's the positive part, that I can work wherever I want. Like, you know, on the islands also there's too little doctors. You hear. And we all come here to study, but we all stay here. Like, you know, we don't go back as fast. So we have a lot of brain drain on the islands, I think, also. And also with what I hear a lot also on the islands is that you got a lot of doctors that are getting older now. They're getting to the pension age, and there's like a big gap. And then there's maybe a couple of doctors. So there's a big problem. There's really a gap.
There's a big demand and
and what I know, like on Aruba, of course, I know a little bit more. But there you have like a max. Also, if you're 65 years old, I think you gotta stop. You can't work with verzekering anymore.
Oh wow.
So, and there's, there's too little doctors, and they do that, so it's a bit strange. And there's a lot of doctors, like me. I'm gonna be here maybe when I finally finish. I'm gonna be living here for 15 years, and then
that's that's quite a long time to be away from home.
Yeah, and you see it also. It's here is also home.
Absolutely.
We came when we were really young. We turned to an adult here.
Yeah,
so
you become who you actually really are.
Yeah, precise. So it's difficult. It's like we're sitting between two worlds. Like ideally, I would want to mix both of them.
Yeah. If it was possible, 6 months here, 6 months on the island. That would be perfect.
Yeah, so that's really difficult because you're accustomed to the way of life, the way of thinking, the way of everything here, and then you have to go back, and it's different. And I think if you really want to go back, you just gotta go back. And
is that your future, you think?
Yes, I think I'll go eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna go right away. I think you have less stuff to work with. Ophthalmology is a specialty that has we have a lot of stuff that we need.
Equipment requirements.
Equipments, and they're really expensive. It's not like a surgeon or whatever that they only need a stethoscope, or a GP.
Or a scalpel or something. You need heavy-duty equipment.
Yeah, and that's also, I think, difficult.
Is there, like, let's say, in 2 years when you're done, would there be a place for you on the islands already, or?
That's what I hear. They're always asking for, when are you done? Come back, please. So I think that's the luxury position I'm in. I can go back.
You go, girl. Yeah.
Yes, I can go to Aruba. I talked to the same doctor that got me into ophthalmology is working now in Bonaire. And he said, yeah, they're looking for someone here. Are you already done? I'm like, no, not yet. So in Bonaire, they're also looking for an eye doctor. So it's such a luxury here. They're looking for doctors. So I have to decide what I want when I'm done.
Yeah. And you got to do, of course, what's best for you.
Yeah.
I mean, we all feel a sense of contributing back and giving back. And
for sure.
I think for most people, that will always happen at some point in the future. It doesn't have to always happen immediately, but you got to choose what's best for you in your future. So
yes, and I think if I really want to make a difference, what I said, I want to help people and make a difference. It's maybe better to have more experience because you have less, less facilities, less stuff there as you have here. Like here, you can do anything you want. Any
options are endless.
Yeah, but there you have maybe only the microscope, and you have to do everything. So that's also what's playing in my head.
Yeah, definitely something I can imagine you would struggle with.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of logic in wanting to be more well-rounded and capable by the time you do get back, so that you don't feel as though, I should have stayed an extra year to learn more or something.
But ideally, what you said, like if you can do 6 months here, 6 months there, I'm kind of hoping like when I'm done, there's somebody maybe on vacation, or maybe there's one of the female doctors that are pregnant that I can.
You're just hoping like something matches up perfectly.
Yeah, that I can go maybe just for the 3 months, to see how it is.
Listen, how about you get pregnant? Take some months off, baby. Just relax. Focus on you. No, I got you covered for 3 months, but after that, you better come back because I'm. And we graded that work that way.
Yeah.
I think that's a dream a lot of us have. I wish there was some way to just be on the islands for a certain amount of time in a year, and then when it's necessary, come back. But I guess it's a little bit selfish to want to have like only give and take, but it will be great because sometimes like I just need like 3 months of sunshine and ocean and to like work on shit, and then come back here to get business done. So
yes.
So. First of all, I want to thank you publicly on this podcast for saving my eye and most likely saving my life.
Yes, I did
Yeah, she did. That's why she's very special to me. Not because I coach her, but I had an incident at the Iron House. I was disassembling a Bali, and I was in a rush, so I wasn't being safe at all. Nailah taught me the importance of safety glasses, which I'll never forget. Every time, if I have to grab like a big fork, I'll grab safety goggles. I got what was it, like a splinter, like an iron splinter or something? It shot from the screwdriver, the power drill, into my eye. And me being the idiot that I am, I just kept on working because wanted to get shit done.
And
so I rubbed the living ever shit out of my eye the whole day. I just kept rubbing. And when I rub it hard, saying whenever I stub my toe, I don't stub my toe. I knock over the table. So I'm clumsy and I'm heavy.
Yeah.
So I agitated my eye so much. And at some point, I just couldn't take it anymore. And I told Fleur, okay, it's been going on for hours.
Yeah.
It really hurts. I can't focus. I got a headache.
Yeah.
And luckily, when we went to the hospital, you were there.
Yeah. Fleur asked me. I'm like, oh no. Okay. I'm like, okay, come to work. I'm still at work, so come. And you guys came, and I had a look, and it was like the what did I do again? I gave you drops. I checked your vision.
You dilated first. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gave you that. What else did I give you?
Was this a yellow thing?
Yeah,
that hurt like a motherfucker? What was that?
The yellow thing is that it's also anesthetic. So that way, anesthetic always hurts first, and then then you don't feel anything. So it was anesthetic with that yellow color. And what that does is, if there's like a wound on your cornea, on your please, yeah. Great.
I have no idea what's it called in English.
the
Hornvlies, that's fine.
Yeah,
we get
hornvlies van je oog. And then you can, if there's a wound, then you can see the coloring, the yellow. So then there's a wound. That's why it's hurting, and then I can give you medicine for that. So when I did it, I remember it was all like, I could really see that you really did a lot of itching because your whole hornvlies was fucked up. And I remember I also did, I looked under your eyelid.
Oh yeah, you fold. That also hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I looked under your eyelid, and there I saw that splinter was really like embedded in your eyelid, and that was hurting your eye, and that's why you had so much pain.
Yeah, because
at
first we couldn't see her, right?
No.
And then I had to get like a scan.
Yeah, because what it was, I also gave a few drops, and I checked your retina, and everything looked fine. But what we're always scared of in the ophthalmology, if you're hammering or something goes off and with high velocity, it can go in your eye and go also really in your eye, so to your retina. So I saw something, I was like, it might be that it went through your eye. So that's why I was like, okay, we gotta make a scan just to be sure that it didn't perforate your eye or something. And that's the reason that it was better to do that. But thank God.
That was a stressful night.
Yeah, it was really stressful.
That was an exhausting fucking day.
Because it took you're in a hospital emergency room, so, of course they're going to check what really is life and death situation goes first. So we waited a couple of hours, right? And you were all tired. And
I was exhausted. And... like you had to give like extra drops and then had to dilate again.
Yeah.
And I just sitting there looking like fucking high out of my mind from pain and from suffering.
But thank God it wasn't that bad.
No, it was a tiny but a very, very sharp splinter.
Yeah.
And was it in my eye or was it just between my eye socket and my eyeball?
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, it was on the eyelid.
Okay.
So on the inside of your eyelid. So it wasn't really in your eyeball, but on top of it. And really, that was scratching, like irritating you the whole time.
What's the worst that could have happened?
The worst that could have happened was that you really perforated your eyeball. And then, like your eyeball is like a balloon. A balloon has pressure. When you have put air in it. And if it perforated, just like a balloon, the air goes out. So that
sounds fucking scary.
So not like, your eye doesn't have air, but it has like a jello-ish something. So technically that could have happened that your eye, you would have a wound contact with the outside world. And that's not good because you can have a big-ass infection.
Because I remember, like, you told me, okay, so A, it's going to be this.
Yeah.
Or B, you got to spend 3 nights in the hospital getting fucking like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember too, yeah. So, and sometimes if it's really a wound with the outside world or a scar or a big-ass cut, then you have to really go to the operating room to suture everything up. Because you want to really close the wound in 24 hours.
God, that sounds so horrible.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, we got to take the scan... to see if there's something inside the eye. and sometimes you have to leave it. And if there was something in the eye, maybe we had to operate to take it out also. So that would also have been the worst case scenario.
Man, I'm so glad it was what it was. And like me and Fleur were so busy that period with Iron House and everything. And we were at like the peak of like stress.
Because you had also a deadline for me.
And we were sitting there, like in this fucking hospital, just sitting there, just waiting.
Yeah.
And Fleur's freaking the fuck out because don't want anything to happen to me. I'm like, if I would have just put on my fucking safety goggles, and we had 4 of them at Iron House. But I was in a hurry, and I was.
But that's mostly how it happens. And of course, safety goggles are not 100%, that it guarantee that it's not going to happen, but at least you can prevent a lot of stuff.
Hey, from now on, I'm wearing Ray-Bans with a welder's mask over it because that was one thing I never want to experience again. That was such a weird type of pain, feeling the pain in the back of your eye, and then my whole right side of my head started hurting, and my neck started cramping up, and God, it was awful. So, Nailah, Deus bendiga.
Thank
you for saving my fucking eye.
Ordo.
And
always,
also,
I got you.
I was very impressed with, even though we knew each other, your professionalism and how comfortable you were, and how I felt like, okay, even though I'm fucked, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. I was really happy that you were there because, you were also just really kind for me in my situation. Because sometimes doctors are all like, patience, blah, blah, blah. Well, your eye is fucked. Yeah. Have a seat for 4 hours and I'll talk to you later. Yeah. But it was like, okay.
But it was for me also a new experience because, if you don't know the person, it's easier to do that.
You can disconnect.
Yeah. But now I felt also when I was looking at you, I was also praying, like, please, there's nothing going on. Because you also have really good friend. This is not where I want to fuck up. No, and you're also a really good friend for me. I was like, shit, and I felt like that emotion or whatever. You know?
Me too. I completely felt it. Like at some point, I was like, it's meant to be that Nailah is here to save me. Like whether because we're both island people or we're homies, whatever. Like it was a meant to be situation.
Yes,
I'm not spiritual at all in that sense, but I was like, the universe has aligned it so that my eye can be saved.
Yeah, for sure.
It was more emotional than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Also because I was just so tired and stressed from work and everything. And then when it was over with, I got into the car. I sat in the car. I was like,
precies.
I need to sleep for 14 days.
Echt, hè? Oh, but thank God it went well.
I want to ask you about like what your experience is like being an Aruban here in Holland. Mm-hmm. Like, how have you experienced that in your academic career and now with everything going on in the world?
Yeah.
Pleasant experience? Is it difficult? What are the challenges you faced?
No, it's not always. It hasn't always been easy. Of course, I think I have a privilege in that point that I've been to the Netherlands a couple of times before I came to live here. My brothers are a couple of years older than me, pretty much older than me. So they lived here before I came. So we came like every year on vacation. So my Dutch is pretty good. And also my parents talk rather, a lot of Dutch also. So, we all know that when we come, a lot of people are scared to talk Dutch or people are getting...
I never got that. No? I never understood why.
Okay. But because a lot of people have that or they're scared to talk Dutch or you don't, you isolate yourself from mingling with Dutch students, etc. But I never had that problem.
You're like one of the nicest people in the world. So you're like the most gezellig person ever. Like if ever have a party, even if you don't know her, invite her. Trust me, your party's better off for it.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I think that was the positive thing. And I was in the VU in Amsterdam, and there was not a lot of color. So that's always a thing, and was sometimes a little difficult. In the sense that, you stand out, of course, if you want it or not. And I had to speak the Dutch language. I didn't have like a group of Antillean friends, to huddle with and chill. You need to socialize. You need to show yourself because the medicine is also a rather competitive world. So, you moet jezelf bewijzen, etc. So that has not always been easy. And I had a moment in my when I was doing my internship. and it was really crazy. Of course, Dutch is not our first language.
No.
So
It's for most of us, it's our third language.
yes, precise.
A lot of people don't understand that and
Yep.
how difficult it is.
Yeah,
But it's for a lot of people, second or third language.
Yes.
That's a big
big
challenge.
And we can speak like 4 languages, so that's a plus. But Dutch is not our first language, so speaking is also very different than writing. So my speaking is maybe really good, but my writing is not always that good. So I remember I had to make a report. So I typed everything out and I gave it to the professor, or to not, it wasn't a professor, to the teacher. I had like, je hebt een soort tussenbeoordeling, and I went there and she's like, yeah, you're Dutch, your writing Dutch is not that good, and I was wondering, did you finish your high school, and can you read newspapers and that kind of stuff? And I was like, what?
That's
really? Yeah.
That's a little fucked up.
Yeah. So that was maybe one of the first real encounters I had, like with maybe discriminatie-achtig. Yeah.
Because you also had one recently, right? You told me about.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I wasn't going to ask you about it because it bothered you.
Yeah. But this one was really what I had then in my internship was really crazy. And at that time, sometimes it's so subtle, you don't react right away, right? So I know I got out of the room and I was like, what did just happen, And of course I said, yeah, of course. Yeah, I finished my high school. Of course I can read, like, what, huh? And
I'm studying fucking medicine.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm like, yeah.
VWO, bitch.
Precies. Like, who the hell, how do you freaking think I got here? Like, heb ik ervoor betaald of zo? Nee, ik heb hard voor gewerkt. I did my high school, I finished, and I have every right to be here. So that was not really nice, and I talked about it afterwards with her, and they acknowledged that it was not the good way to go about it. So that's sometimes, things that you go through as a student, and some people might, I know friends that really had a problem with that, with the speaking the Dutch, the language, and
that's more important than a lot of people from the islands think.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be. Your vocabulary doesn't have to be fantastic, but being comfortable communicating, it's a bigger deal than people think.
Yeah. So we the last time I had an encounter with like discrimination was at work. I operated on a patient's eye. I did one eye already, and the patient came to a colleague of mine for the checkup, and I heard afterwards from the colleague that he said, he doesn't want to get operated by you, and it was kind of strange because I heard that he said something about it's not because she's black, or I don't have anything against black people, etc.
Then you do.
Yeah, precisely.
If that's how you open your sentence, like it's not because you're black or whatever, then you have a problem.
Yes, precisely. So that was really we all have those moments, and it's you think, okay, you get accustomed to it, but it really hurts. So that day I was like, it wasn't even on the day itself, I think, but like 2 days after or 3 days after, like you really think about it, you're like, that's not okay. And I'm like, why should I get judged by my color? Tell me because I don't operate well, then I can do something about it.
If you fucked up or something, that's different. But
or tell me you can also just say, I don't want to do it because she's a resident. That's also okay. But why do you have to bring the color card in, And that really hurt. I'm like, why, So it was not, it's not, of course it's not nice. And it was like, and with everything that's happened, a couple of months ago, it's like we again a punch in the face for okay, it's still not different, and I'm always gonna have these moments, I think, hopefully not too much, but there are always gonna be patients, I think, that are gonna say stuff like that, and I'm female and a person of color, and you're always gonna get like people see you maybe faster as a assistant than as a doctor, even though I always introduce myself as Dr. Sint Jago, people stay saying, oh, still gonna see the doctor, or
bitch, what did I just say? Bitch, what did I just say? Fucking take off the earrings and shit. Listen, motherfucker.
Yeah, so it's that sort of stuff, and you create, like I said, and a thick skin for that, and not everything hits you, but it's not nice to have to.
It is very unpleasant, and it's very unfortunate, especially when you're good at what you do, and that is all that should matter in that situation.
Yep.
Fucking people.
Yeah.
But next to being a doctor, you are also a very proud Aruban. And most people don't know, but I was actually born on Aruba. I grew up on Curacao, but I'm from Aruba. I have a lot of roots there. Yeah. I have a lot of family there. And especially now with
you proposed there?
Yeah, I proposed there. So I started my happy ever after there. And it's such a great island, such a beautiful place. Yeah. And I figured now, since with COVID and everything, and all the countries, all the islands are suffering because there's a lot less tourism. There's a lot less people coming by. There's islands that drive on tourism. That's how they make their bread. Yes. I figured as a true local, I'm a fake local. So no. as a true local, maybe give some fun recommendation for people on Aruba. And my first big question is just, what to you makes like Aruba so special? Because to me also it is very special. Yeah. But I can't pinpoint exactly like what makes Aruba such a special island for you.
Yeah, because my parents lived there, of course. I was born there, and it's just the people, what all the islands have, the warmth that you feel there, and the family love, and that everybody smiles and says hello when you pass by.
Yeah. You miss that here?
Yeah, really, the warmth is really what I really miss, I think, and the weather, of course. Oh. Living here 12 years, but the weather still doesn't. Yeah. I still don't get accustomed to the cold weather. So and of course the food, the breeze, it's everything, man.
Okay, you're
sorry.
You're perfectly already hitting on the spots, which is a good segue into exactly this. I'm gonna pull out my list.
All right.
And we're gonna go over some key things that I think what you think. You want to shout out to recommended people. So for anyone who was ever thinking of going to Aruba or traveling there, going on vacation.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, we highly recommend it, of course.
Yes.
But specifically, if you go there, these are the following things that Nailah thinks you should look into. So what's your top recommendation for a restaurant?
Ooh, I think the top recommendation, like just for fresh food, Zeerovers is really, it's not really a restaurant that you go, high dining, but it's on a pier, and the fishermen bring the fish in, and the fish goes right away, and they clean it right away, and then it comes on your plate.
Yep.
So it's really fresh, as
Truly
fresh as it can get.
And there's a huge difference between eating that kind of fresh fish and any other kind of fish.
Yes.
Like if people would say, I don't like fish, probably not, but try fresh one. Try something that's been caught that morning.
Yes.
And then tell me what you think.
Precisely. Yeah, it's freaking nice. So Zeerovers is always a go-to place, I think.
Even you just saying Zeerover makes me hungry.
Yep.
Like my stomach is now all of a sudden empty because you've mentioned Zeerover.
And for me, I think the last time I was there last year in December, I think we didn't go because they were closed, I think, also on vacation. So the last time we had to miss it. So that's really a bummer. Yeah,
they deserve their rest.
Yeah,
too,
of course.
Zeerover is fantastic.
Yeah, that is, I think, the number one for me. And just fresh food. Gewoon echt.
So that's more the east side of the island.
Yeah.
So let's just pick one also on the west side of the island.
Let me see. I also like it's not dining food. Of course, all the pastiches and snacks and that sort of thing.
That's a different category though. Like a restaurant specifically. What's your favorite restaurant? Like in more the hotel district?
Okay, I like Gianni's.
Ooh, see?
I love
You-
Italian.
You mentioned Fleur, me and Fleur's two favorites, Zadover and Gianni's.
Yeah, Gianni's is
Gianni's
really...
is fucking amazing.
Yeah. And you have the other one that's at Playa Linda, but there's also from the same owners, but I forgot the name. Shit, sorry. But Gianni's is Italian. I love Italian. So
Gianni's
they're
is
good.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like we've been to Sicily, me and Fleur,
Oh, yeah.
and we hadn't tasted anything there that comes close to how good Gianni's was. Not even
yeah.
close. But
Yeah.
they're legit Italians there.
Yeah.
It's Italian owned, but the food there was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Gianni's, if you're listening, hey, FedEx me some gnocchis or some
Echt,
Parmesan,
yes.
that pasta in that big wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
Man, amazing. Those are good choices. I definitely agree with that.
Okay, also, Taste of Belgium is also really nice, but that's for lunch. Taste of Belgium. That's at what's that called? Next to Paseo Herencia, you have the other mall. It's not Paseo Herencia, but the other one. I forgot the name. On the high.
It's called Taste of Belgium?
Yeah.
What is like waffles?
No.
Oh.
It's called Taste of Belgium, but they have like hamburgers and fries, and it's just like also international food. Ondanks that the Taste of Belgium is also really nice. But they have like also Belgian beer and patat natuurlijk.
So if you go to Aruba,
yeah,
what you're gonna be blessed with the most is most likely gonna be the food.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's like a restaurant. What's your go-to like quick meal though?
Of course, Wendy's is a really go-to. It's not echt
Arubians.
Arubians.
You Arubans love your Wendy's, dude.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you give a fuck about Wendy's.
No,
but you Arubans, you get there. My cousins always say when we arrive there, like, what you guys want? You guys burgers? Going to Wendy's.
Yeah, echt. Wendy's is the place to be. You don't have it here, so that's why it's always
I love those little square hamburgers, man.
Echt Wendy's, and of course, you have like also on the way to San Nicolas. Around, even kijken, Post Chiquito, on the right side of the road when you're going to San Nicolas, there's like a container. And I think it's like Dominican or Colombian, and they sell like this really good patacon.
Ooh, patacon,
yes, and filled with like cheese, meat, anything you want. And they have like also really good pastici, croquette, all those snacks you can think about. And so that's really a nice go-to place also.
Perfect segue into my next question, local food. Like local little gems.
Yeah. Ooh, that's difficult, I think.
Because I want you to tell me what local food and where to get it.
Yeah. So that the patacon, I think, is kind of one, but really local. Wait, let me think.
I think Zadover counts though.
Yeah, daarom. I think Zadover is alsnog één.
It's very local.
Yeah.
Like
but I'm thinking if I have more.
The cook behind the fryer yelled at me when I was there.
Really? Why?
Like, what yelled at me in that friendly Antiano way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I came, I was just asked something. I don't remember what I asked. He was like, huh? Give me huh? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, he yelled at me, and I was taken aback. All the white people there were like,
oh, really?
They all like jump back in their seats. They're like, no, we're all good. This is how we talk.
Yeah, precies. Super funny. Oh.
Okay, so Aruba is a very popular tourist destination. There's a lot of places there to go get a drink. There's a lot of American options also. So what's your favorite place there to go get a drink?
I like Boogaloo a lot. Like, that's on the pier, on the high rise also. You have a lot of piers there, and they have like a whole restaurant or cafe on the pier.
I remember Boogaloo. It was nice.
Yeah, so
really
you can
relaxing.
really relaxing, good music, sometimes live music, and you can look at the sunset and enjoy a good meal. So that all the piers on that side are really cool, and Boogaloo is one of my faves. We had also oh my goodness, sorry, I'm really bad in names. You had at the seaport, you had also one there. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Do you know? Have you been there at the Wilhelmina Park there?
Yeah.
You also had a restaurant right there, on the beach.
No, I do not remember.
No, I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry, but that's also a good one.
We'll stay with Boogaloo.
Yeah.
All right, favorite beach there. That's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Because you have the high rise, you have like the big strip, but you also have all the fun little local ones.
Yeah, I think Baby Beach is of course a good one.
Legendary.
Yes, and I also like you have the Nikki Beach at the airport there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because that's not too many tourists.
And Nikki Beach is nice. Yeah, it's also
just
just
relaxing.
It's also close to everything.
Yeah, precise. Yes, you don't have to go helemaal to the lighthouse to swim. If you're just close by, because my father lives around there, so that's why it's really easy also to.
Oh man, I've been in Nikki Beach forever.
Yeah.
Should have gone last time.
Yeah, it's really nice.
What's the best party on the island?
Best party on the island.
Because even though she's a doctor and she's a very, very nice lady,
Yes.
Anita's a freak. She likes to party. She can party like with the best of them. So
True that.
That's a recommendation.
I haven't been to a real party in years in Aruba.
You treat yourself, girl.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, when I've been, there wasn't really a party that I went to, but I think just chilling at a cocktail bar, like at Boogaloo or whatever, but not really a party. Sorry, I can't. I'm maybe too old.
What? Fucking deprived of your life. Calm down, boomer. Like what I like about Aruba a lot is that they always make really big parties at these snacks.
Yeah.
Like especially before you get to Renaissance, there's these big parking lots.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Hamaka bar and that's
exactly.
Thing. Yeah,
it's so
true.
chill, and then they have bachata music, and it's just a shitload of LED lights making cool vibes and shit, and good food.
Really nice.
And we went there with my cousins, and it was just like a snack bar. And all of a sudden, they ordered this snack platter, this huge plate full of croquette and pastichi and all kinds of shit.
Stuff.
Man,
like, I really want some now.
And then but the thing was, it was busy like at the bar itself, and when we got there, I don't know where, but they pulled out this extra table and chairs and shit. So it's a whole extra set of places to sit. It was great.
Yeah, no, but that's really the fun. It's never too much. You can just chill with friends and everybody's happy and
it really is one
good.
happy island.
Yeah,
I like the slogan.
Yes, it is one happy island.
Best sightseeing to do.
But sightseeing, there's not a precise a name I really have, but I don't think he does it anymore. But what I did with Marvin when he went for the second time is that we did like a tour, and there was this guy that had a really like old army-ish truck.
Is the one at Arikok when you go?
Yeah. And so we did a whole island tour on a big ass truck, so you had a really cool view. And we went to Arikok, the north side with all the rocks and stuff.
Natural pool.
Yeah, natural pool is also really a go-to place.
Yeah. If you've never seen a natural pool before in your life, when you see that one, you're like, nature is quite the artist.
Yes, it is. It's really cool, and you have natürlich the old natural bridge. It broke, but there's another little bridge that is next to it. You have Grape Field is also really cool. Yeah.
People go to Aruba. Go.
Yeah, it is echt really de moeite waard. Do it. You will have a good time. It's an island, and of course you can also always debate but there's not much to do. But it's really all the islands really are worthwhile to go, and my hometown Aruba is really nice. And don't forget, San Nicolas is really also great.
Absolutely.
You have also, I was born in San Nicolas, and you have now the it's called also the art district, because they have a lot of walls now, really cool, like what they have in Miami. Murals and stuff, really artistic, and you have also a whole tour that goes around it, and you can see all of them and take really cool pictures. So that's also worthwhile.
Last one. What's like a local secret thing to do for people who go there? Because when you're a tourist and you come to the islands, there's so much to do, but it's not easy to really get your hands on local experiences.
Yeah,
it is, but there's always some little things that people don't know about, and then when they tell me they've gone to Aruba or Curacao, and they come back and tell them, "Did you go there?" No, I'm like, such a shame.
Yeah.
So what's like a local thing you would recommend someone to do to really get a great experience?
I think that art district that's really new, and we all know that San Nicolas is not really this is the second biggest district of Aruba, and because it's not maybe as luxurious as the Palm Beach side, a lot of tourists always stay on that side, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really a gem, go to St. Nicolas, do the mural tours and have a look how beautiful it is and all the work that's been put in. So, I think St. Nicolas, there's a lot of good things to do there. Also, like you have the Baby Beach, Rogers Beach.
Baby Beach is also a special thing.
Yeah, so I think that's don't only stay at the high rise, explore and take a tour. And most probably the tour will take you there too. And also, like, Zee Rovers is also really...
Yeah.
Do it.
That'll forever be one of my favorite places to eat.
Yeah.
Just literally, if we go back, first thing I'm doing is going to Zee Rovers. No, wait, pastéis first at Rietz.
Yeah. Oh, Rietz, die soft ice.
Yeah, Rietz is like...
lekker, man.
I was going to ask you your favorite snack, but I'm going to choose for you, Rietz.
Yeah, Rietz is also really the bomb.
Their birthday cake milkshake is worth being diabetic for. Seriously, that's how fucking good it is.
Next time I'm going to try that
the
one.
The birthday cake flavor... And it was such a shame. We went the first time we got it, and my whole mind was blown. We kept going back, and every time we went back, it didn't have it. It was sold out. Shit. So we kept trying. We kept trying going back. Shit. And then one time I got there, like, I just sold the last one. I'm like, fuck!
Oh, damn, man.
Yeah.
That's not
But
nice.
that's reason enough to go back.
But do you know that there's a Rietz in... they came to Rotterdam now. But
say
I don't
what?
know. Yeah, a friend of mine.
Is it Rietz or is it just a name?
I'm not sure. I don't have enough,
info.
But a friend of mine lives there, and I told him next time I come to you, we're gonna try it out because ik ben echt benieuwd, if it's the same or
if
not.
at least the soft ice is as good, then it's enough for me.
Of the potato-sauce.
Hey.
Woo.
Okay.
Somehow
all my episodes end with just being way too hungry from talking about food.
Yeah. Oh, because I saw, of course, other episodes, and I saw that also. I'm like, shit, we just gotta make them ourselves or something.
Yeah, we have to find a way.
We have to ask your brother. Maybe.
Yeah, Chris, get on it. Stop fucking around. You're way too good of a cook to not fucking make sure we have Rietz and Zee Rover. So go to Aruba, catch a snook, bring it back. Nailah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you
for being.
having me. Yes.
Thank you for saving my eye. And
I got you.
And thank you for being my beautiful, proud Arubian homie.
Thanks.
Hopefully, I'll be able to have you on the show again.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thanks for having me. And
see, it wasn't that bad. I told you.
No.
Before you know it, we've chatted for like an hour, and it's all good.
Yes.
She was so nervous to come on. Thank you so much. You did great.
Thank you.
All right. A little bit of technical issues with the camera for this episode. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably seeing a little bit of shit changing. I changed the set, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do it right. The setup I have is probably like the complicated way of doing it, but I just want to do it my way. So I'm still working out the kinks, so bear with me, have patience. I'll work it out eventually. It's going to be nice and cool. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to follow on Instagram. Follow Nailah as well. I'll tag her below. This has been fun. I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Enjoy.